A reminder of the breaking news, which has just dropped in the last few minutes. Rangers have confirmed they will sing the national anthem before tonight's Champions League tie against Napoli. Keith Downey is our reporter at the game for us, joins us now. Keith, should we be surprised?
Yeah, Mike, just looking at that there, well, I think surprising that it's come now. We were reporting last night saying that we expected Rangers supporters, or at least some of them, to sing the national anthem in honour of the Queen before tonight's match, but Rangers making it pretty clear that obviously they'll be involved in it as a club as well, with that tweet that they've just put out in the last 10 minutes. So supporters being asked to get here early tonight, and I have to say, Mike, the atmosphere is already building ahead of this. 12 long years since Rangers last played a Champions League group match here at Ibrox. It was Manchester United. They won 1-0 that night, a penalty from Wayne Rooney. And I'm joined by Joshua Barry from the Rangers Review. Joshua, I was working it out there, 11 back then.
Yeah, a bit younger than you.
A bit younger than me, definitely, yeah. Can you remember that night? And how massive a night is this for Rangers, being back at the top table here at Ibrox?
Huge, yeah. 12 years is obviously a long time. It's been a big build-up. There's obviously a lot of reflection when Rangers actually made the Champions League proper in Eindhoven a few weeks ago. But such a big game tonight. Napoli will be a real tough test. Rangers need some sort of performance to, I think, galvanise people, especially after the last couple of weeks. But yeah, big night.
Big decisions to be made as well. I asked Giovanni Van Bronckhorst yesterday at his news conference if Alfredo Morelos is fit. He's been so good for Rangers in Europe in recent years. He said he is fitter. He said he's mentally in a better place. It didn't sound like he was ready to start, though. Yeah. Would you start him? Because it looked as though Antonio Čolak struggled a little bit in Amsterdam last week.
Yeah, I think what Čolak gives you is he's going to give you a great goal return in the box, but in these European games where you need an out ball, you need a physical striker. Everyone knows what Morelos will give you. He'll get you up the pitch. You'll be able to dominate defenders. And you're right, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst hasn't given much away, but he also did say he's making it something like he's making it harder to decide who plays, which is perhaps more of an encouragement than we've seen in recent weeks. But yeah, listen, I think things need a lift. The starting 11 maybe needs a little bit of refreshment, and who better to provide that than someone coming back after that long out.
Yeah, Joshua, we're just looking at the team that played that night against Manchester United back in 2010. Steve Davis played central midfield. Alan McGregor was in goals. Both of those, amazingly, still involved with Rangers. McGregor will start tonight because John McLaughlin is injured. How do you feel about the goalkeeping situation and the fact that those two stalwarts are still here 12 years on?
Yeah, McGregor's obviously played, I think, more European games than anyone for Rangers, so I don't think it will faze him in the slightest. Stephen Davis doing the press yesterday, so it's perhaps not unlikely that we see him in the team as well. Rangers will need that experience tonight, but in recent years they've been a really good European team. It's just that Ajax game, that kind of collapse in the first half, that you've not seen much from them. But Davis was saying, look, we're determined to put it right, give a better account of ourselves than we showed in Ajax, and Napoli be such a difficult team to face. They were so dominant against Liverpool, but Rangers have faced a lot of good teams here and played well, and they'll hope that with the crowds, with the atmosphere, they can kind of start their Champions League campaign now, if you will.
Do you think Ajax caught Rangers off guard last week, or do you think that was Ajax showing Rangers what this level is compared to the Europa League last season?
I think that, but I think Ajax were showing it in particular. If you're not at your level, and no one can say that Rangers played anywhere near their best when they were in Amsterdam, how many times they went away to these difficult venues, but they've always been able to be solid and not kind of concede as many goals as they did in quick succession. I don't think anyone who watched Ajax Liverpool last night will see just how good a team they are. But to be at this level, I think to get any positive result at this level, you need to be your very best. And Rangers haven't been for a couple of weeks. And again, to go back to the press conference, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst said the time to perform is at 8 o'clock tonight. And Rangers need that performance as much as a result to galvanise supporters, I think, give some buy-in after the last couple of weeks and kickstart the Champions League campaign.
Well, Josh, thanks very much for your time. We look forward to hearing from you afterwards. Just a quick repetition, really, of that line there, Mike. Rangers tweeting in the last 15 minutes saying that Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II will be honoured this evening at Ibrox with a minute's silence, what we expected. A display will be created by the Union Bears, and then a rendition, they say, of the national anthem. They're encouraging all supporters to be in their seats 10 minutes before tonight's 8 o'clock kickoff as Champions League football returns here to Ibrox after a 12-year hiatus.
Keith Downey, live from Ibrox. Thank you.